There you go. Yeah, that was the intro that ultimately just wasn't working before. I don't know why, but this is my first time kind of using the computer on the side here. There's like a few buttons in here that I've never like. They taught me how to use it, but I've never actually used it yet. So this is kind of exciting and a little scary because I don't really know what some of the buttons do. Like right now, like the headphones are wonky. Like I can't hear myself, but I don't really care because the only person I need to hear is Ed Alstrom, who was calling in at 4 o'clock today. So, yeah, make sure you guys stay here for that. Ed Alstrom is the organist at Yankee Stadium, so that'll be a really cool call. I'm excited for him to call in. I think that'll be real fun. Really cool conversation that we're going to have. I think I have a few questions cooked up. I think I cooked with a few questions. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Before that, though, we're going to talk about the Redbulls' big win last night. Against Orlando FC. Talk about the tale of two halves, really. Then we're going to move on to the Yankees. The game is going on right now. Actually, it's 3-1 Mets. I mean, I would care more if it wasn't preseason and they're just playing all their second stringers. Then we're going to move on to the Knicks. A big comeback last night. 18-point comeback in the fourth quarter. I'm proud of the Knicks with this one, man, because I thought we were cooked. I was kind of like keeping tabs. I didn't watch the full game, but I was keeping tabs, and dude, I thought it was looking rough for a few minutes there. But we pulled through in the end. We pulled through literally by 2 points. From there, we're going to talk about the Giants. Then we will talk about the Devils and the Olympics. Actually, we'll start off with the Olympics and the Devils because we got big news. Big news. And then we'll have Yankees and Ed Alstrom. Wait, I already mentioned the Yankees. Oh my gosh, no, we're doing Yankees after Ed Alstrom, and we'll talk about the Giants then too. So yeah, if you guys want to call in, the phone number to call in is 973-655-4256. I'll say that one more time, 973-655-4256. And yeah, if you guys do want to interact live, I am live on TikTok right now at Lifting the Trophy. So yeah, I mean, I don't know who was up for the hockey game today. The USA, the men's team game against Canada. We won, baby! Woo! Yeah, all these Canadians over here talking all this and that. Oh, yeah, Canada, hockey's Canada sport. Hockey's Canada sport. We're going to whoop you guys. Oh, really? Did you? Did you? Huh? What happened? I mean, listen, they were definitely the better team on the ice, but guess who won and who didn't? I mean, look at the scoreboard, bro. Look at the scoreboard. I mean, just run it! Freebird, baby! Yeah. Jack Hughes! Oh, yeah. That's a bop. I love that. Freebird, yeah. Yeah, you guys all know the song. Don't worry. I know you know it. Dude, as soon as USA won, I started blasting on my phone. I was like, Freebird, yeah. I feel like that's just the biggest, USA wins song. You know what I mean? Yeah, I played that. They started playing it in the stadium, too. And I was like, oh, yeah, they know. They know. Freebird, baby. Freebird. They gotta get that as a button on the screen here because they have a whole bunch of buttons where I could do sound effects. Like, let me see here.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. See, I could just do that. They need a free bird. Yeah. Jack Hughes. Yeah, so Jack Hughes, where was this all season? Where, okay, in the beginning of the season, yeah, it was there, but I mean, okay, I'll give you this, Jack Hughes. You were coming back from injury for a little while. It takes you a little while to kind of get back with the flow. It makes sense, but then, you have this quote-unquote lower body injury, and you're not able to play the last 3 games of the Devils season. Fine, be petty, save yourself for the Olympics, whatever. I was like, you know what? I'd rather him play in the Devils season, but if he's playing in the Olympics and he wins, I'll think it's worth it. Clearly, they won, so yes, I think it's worth it. I don't know, I'm proud of Jackson, but I do wish that he showed this kind of grit in this fight before he had to go to the Olympics. Oh, excuse me, I burped there. Because I feel like it was a tale of two Jacks. You know, like we have one Jack Hughes on the Devils, who, I mean, he makes stuff happen. You know, he takes shots. He's constantly up and down the ice, being a 200-foot player, kind of like Jesper Bratt. But we didn't see this level of production that we saw in the Olympics. Like, he was producing really good goals. What do you have? Hold on. He had, I think, 4 goals and 2 assists. Yeah, 4 goals and 2 assists in the Olympics. That's crazy, man. So what? That's 6 games, 5 games they played, right? Round robin for the prelims, and then 6 games. Cause there's 3 they had to go against Latvia, and then whatever the other 2 were. I'm blanking. I'm not even gonna try to remember. So I'm just gonna sit here. It's gonna be dead air while I'm trying to be like, let me have my pea-sized brain remember all this information. Yeah, for everyone not watching on TikTok right now, I'm wearing my Jack Hughes jersey because I feel like I was driving back with my dad from my house today, and I was like, Dad, I don't know what jersey I'm gonna wear because all the teams that we support won. You know, Yankees won last night, 20-3 against the Tigers. Knicks came back against the Rockets, 108-106. Redbulls beat Orlando 2-1. USA won today 2-1. Like, I didn't know which jersey to wear, and he's like, you gotta wear Jack Hughes at some point. I'm like, Dad, you're right. So I have Jack Hughes and 2 other jerseys I'm gonna switch into when I start talking about them. So yeah, if you want to see that live, join the. Well, if not me switching into the jerseys, but like if you want to see the different jerseys live, actually no, yeah, if you want to see me switching into the jerseys, come live on the TikTok. Maybe I'll get a few more people to come over that way. Or everyone just start running the other way and no one will come on the TikTok. God, what am I doing? This is a sports talk show. What am I talking about right now? Jesus. But yeah, so I'm wearing my Jack Hughes jersey because for all you guys that don't know and didn't watch the game, because it was an early game. It was an 8:10 start game. I was like really loopy when I woke up this morning, kind of like how everyone is. I got up at like 7:45, I think. That's when I set my alarm to. And I got up and I was kind of just staring at the ceiling out of it. I was like, oh, what's today? Is today Sunday? Is it supposed to be snowing? And then like my alarm went off for Connor, get up and go watch the hockey game. Because I know my stuff. I knew I was going to forget it. And I was like, oh my God, the hockey game. So I turned it on iHeartRadio. They had the coverage of it. They had the coverage of the Olympics on iHeartRadio. And I turned that on. I put like my phone next to the shower. And I was listening to the shower. Listening to it while I was in the shower. And like I remember I forgot who scored the first goal, but I was in the shower as they scored the first goal and I was like, yeah, Freeman, baby. And I probably woke my family up. They're probably awake already. That my family's early risers. But I remember sitting in there and I was like, wow, we're gonna win gold. And then obviously Canada really started to find their way. They started finding shots. They started creating chances. But Connor Hellebuyck, oh my word. Oh my. Whew. Hello. He was 44 for 45. And some of them were like insane saves. I was watching this game and some of these saves, dude, like you're not getting them again. We were the worst team in this game. But Connor Hellebuyck made us the better team. And it's as simple as that. It is genuinely as simple as that. We were fighting for our lives out there. And Connor Hellebuyck was like, guys, don't worry. Papa's here. I got you. You know what? Because his name is Connor. That's why. That's why he was so good, because his name is Connor. You know, because if your name is Connor, obviously you're super cool and athletic and win gold medals. I would know. So that's clearly the reason why he was having such a good game. Well, he also played all those other games, which we won, mind you. Because, what, we beat Finland, Sweden, stop it, Sweden 3-1, I think, 3-1, or the 2-1, I forgot which one. No, it was higher scoring than that. Do I have it written down? Do I have it written down here? I just have Marky's save percentage. Oh, good job, Connor. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I have it written down. Yeah, it was 2-1. It was an overtime. Right. Because Quinn Hughes had that dangle goal. Oh, yeah, that was a great goal by Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes, like, okay, I always knew that he was a really good player, but I never got to really witness how good of a player he was. I've seen him, like I've seen parts of games that he's played in, just flipping around TV or like hockey games because I want to watch some hockey. I never saw how good. Like he's a really good player. I think he genuinely might be the best defenseman in the league, just because the fact that he can produce all over the ice. He's not just, yeah, I can stop this puck, or I can stop this attack. It's, yeah, I'll stop it, I'll go get the puck, I'll skate up the ice, dribble through everyone, get a shot off, go retrieve my shot and shoot it again, go retrieve the rebound, pass it, and then one of my teammates will score a goal. Or in this case, he scored the goal because overtime. But yeah, that was a great game. Markey played good. He was, what was he? He was 31, what was it? He only allowed 2 goals out of 31 shots in his first 2 games. And he stopped 38 out of 40 in the game against USA. That's pretty good. He posted a 2-on-1 record with a .935 save percentage. So that's good. You know, that's I feel like for Markey that's pretty good. You know, because he could be very hit or miss. He's very situational. You know, some games Markey is a wall. Sometimes you got the whole arena chanting Markey. And other times he's letting 9 goals in against the Islanders. You know, literally, it was the same exact team he went against. In one game he let 9 goals in. The other game he only let in 2. And both those goals were just unlucky. You know, both those goals were kind of goals that I was like, all right, you know, I don't blame you for that one. I'll let it slide, bro, because you need my approval, obviously. Yeah, Markey played good. Jack obviously played amazing. That game-winning overtime goal. For all you guys that didn't know, I started talking about. I went on a huge ramble. God, I'm so blonde. But the game started early. Played good. I was in the shower. Blah blah blah. Second period, really all Canada. We were kind of on our heels there. They scored there. And the third period rolls around, and it's just a duke. It really was. Canada definitely had the upper hand, but it was back and forth. Both teams had their chances. There was one goal line clearance that Connor Hellebuyck had that was honestly stellar. I haven't used that word on this radio show yet. It was stellar. It was genuinely, I gotta say, probably one of the top 3 best saves I've ever seen. Genuinely. Like, not even trying to gas it up just because we won today. Genuinely top 3 save I've ever seen. And I could say that wholeheartedly. Because, like, if you guys don't know, okay, so it was a shot, it was a rebound, right? He was kind of across his net. The puck went across, and the Canadian player got it, tapped it in, but he stuck his stick backwards and, like, tipped it. And he didn't even get a full stick on it, too. He, like, got part of his stick on it and just clipped it enough to where it went across the goal, like, across the face of the goal, which was just, you're not getting that again. Ever. From anyone. Like, you're not getting that again. Genuinely. It was one of the most beautiful saves I've ever seen. And, I mean, he just had big save after big save. I mean, there's 2 breakaway chances that he just stuffed. I mean, there was so many. Granted, there were times that the Canadians did just kind of miss the net. There was one, like, kind of an open goal. Like, Hellebuyck was all the way across the goal. And they just missed the net. They just missed the net. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. It's a break for us, you know. But, yeah, from there, I mean, Hellebuyck kept us in. And then we go to 3-on-3 overtime. It's back and forth. The way it happened, right? Quinn Hughes forced a turnover, right? And then they get into the Canadian zone. The Canadians turn it back over, but we don't give up on the play. They do a little stick lift. Quinn Hughes kind of spins around, or I forgot who had the puck, but they kind of like do like a spin, hit Jack trailing in across the ice, and he just bops it right through the 5-hole. Beautiful. I mean, Jack Hughes came in injured and slumping and left with a gold medal and 2 less teeth because he got high-sticked and chipped 3 teeth. I think he lost a tooth. Chipped 2 of them. He has like 1 chipped on the top, like 1 lost on the top, and a top and a bottom both got chipped. Dude, that is the most like, oh, can I say bad you know what thing I've ever seen. And like he's smiling, all bloody, chipped up tooth. You see him in like the post game conference, all bloodied up. His teeth are just crumpled. He's gonna have a fun time eating there. But yeah, me and my family were watching the game live, and we were stressed. Like everyone was so locked in. It was truly just an amazing game. And who doesn't want your country to win? Everyone was super locked in. And then when that happened, me and my brother. Yeah, that was me and my brother. When the goal was scored, that was a fun moment. I think a moment I'll probably remember, hopefully for the rest of my life. No, honestly, hopefully there's plenty of other times where USA wins gold in hockey, to where this is just like the first of many. It's probably not gonna be, but I don't know. I witnessed history today, and I thought it was really cool. And I don't know. I just kind of fanboyed out a little bit because like I always hear about older people. Oh, I was alive for when this happened. I saw this happen. Oh yeah, I saw the 2026 U.S. men's hockey team beat Canada in the gold medal round final thing, where Jack Hughes from the New Jersey Devils scored in overtime. New Jersey Devils. Speaking of the New Jersey Devils, Keith, Sheldon. Can I call you Sheldon? Sheldon. I hope you're taking notes here, buddy. You see what your players are doing when they're not on the Devils? Jack Hughes, 4 goals, 2 assists. Nico Hischier almost set a record for goals scored in the Olympics. Just for Bratt, kind of got snubbed over. I'm not going to lie. The game against USA, he didn't play until the third period, which was really weird. And then they put him in for like 6 minutes straight. And he was in like such a high-pressure situation. Just for Bratt, kind of got snubbed. But Nico Hischier did good. Markey did good. Jack Hughes did good. Who else in the Olympics? My point is being, it's clearly a coaching issue. Devils players were producing in the Olympics, and that shows that it comes down to coaching. It's different coaching in the Olympics, and these players are performing. You have Devils players in the Olympics performing big time, showing up for their teams in different play styles and different coaching. That just solely reflects on the way that Sheldon Keefe is running this team and shows that it's there. It is right there in front of us. We have all the talent. We have all the potential. But it really is coming down to Sheldon Keefe. Because it's not just one player from the Devils that's producing. It's like 5 or 6 of them that went to the Olympics, showed why they are professional hockey players, and showed why they're brought into their national teams, showed the skill level they possess. And you know what's probably going to happen? I hate to admit it. They're probably going to come back to Jersey. They're probably going to come back to Jersey in the game against the Sabres on Wednesday, and we're going to get smoked. And we're going to be like, what happened? We saw all this going on in the Olympics. Why is it not translating back? My delusional self, I'm going to think, oh yeah, Jack Hughes is actually him, and he's like the king of all the NHL right now, so he's going to come back and score every single goal and just win us all the games. But I'm delusional. I don't know. Listen, I want Sheldon Keefe to switch. He needs to make a major change. I don't know what that is, but he needs to make a major change, and it needs to come now. The change needs to come now. It's time. We have 26 games left. We need to go 20-6 to have any chance of making the playoffs. Show it, Keefe. Show it to us, man. If you really want it, do something. Switch something up. It's not working right now. It's not working. And we clearly have the potential. 973-655-4256. 973-655-4256. In the 4 o'clock hour, we're going to have Ed Alstrom on from the Yankees. He's an organist there. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. There we go. See, that a little bit better now, right? A little bit better. We got the intro in now. So yeah, this is 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, and this is Lifting the Trophy with Connor Nasbo. No Dare Ruiz today. He's feeling a little sick, feeling a little under the weather, but that's all right because we got a solo show. That's how I started off, so I'm good doing solo shows. If you want to call in, 973-655-4256. I'll say it one more time, 973-655-4256, and we're live on TikTok. What's up, TikTok? Yeah, in that break though, the Mets had a 3-run home run there, so now it's 6-1. Top of the 8th. Yeah, it's not looking too good right now. I mean, listen, it's preseason. I really don't care who homered. It was J.T. Schwartz, Jacob Reimer was on, and Chris Sorreo was on. Yeah, we only have one run right now. Being we is in the Yankees. It was Jose Caballero. Oh my gosh, who homered to left. So that's all we got going for us right now. But let's talk Red Bulls, baby. Let's talk Red Bulls. We had a game last night. Red Bulls played Orlando City FC. We won. I was not expecting to win. I genuinely thought that the Red Bulls had to figure some stuff out. I thought it was gonna really take a lot more time than it actually did. Like I thought the Red Bulls were gonna need to like have that kind of warming up period, acclimation period, acclimation time, you know. But they stepped right in, and like the first half, they came out guns swinging. They played amazing. Like okay, well, they played amazing. Orlando also just played bad in the first half. Like Orlando really was. They couldn't find themselves in the first half, and it was pretty obvious. I mean, listen, the Red Bulls tried to take advantage of it. We only ended up scoring 2 goals when we had so many shots on goal. I think we had like 17 total. Like their goalie was stellar. Their goalie stood out. I mean, he really kept them in the game. We were missing goals that should have went in. It's listen. I'm complaining, but we won at the end of the day, and that's really all that matters. The fact that we won. It was really a tale of two halves this game though, because the first half we were smoking and we were dominating them. We were moving the ball well, making passes, making runs down the line, seeing each other when we weren't even there yet. Like it was really really good. And then the second half comes out and like we're passing to the other team. We're losing those one-on-ones that we were winning in the first half. We're not shooting as well. We're not scoring. That we're letting them get through to us. And listen, I knew it was gonna happen. Orlando has a very high octane offense. They were I think the third best offense in the league last season. And it showed. It really showed. In the second half there. In the second half they're like, all right, let's put pedal to the metal here. Let's go take it to them. And that's what they did. They really did. They had a lot of shots, but Ethan Horvath was really, really outstanding too. The goalies, kind of like the hockey game today, the goalies really were keeping these teams engaged and alive because Ethan Horvath, he had these, like 3 saves in the matter of probably 10 to 15 minutes, which were just like back-to-back insane saves. Like there was one save, couldn't even see the ball until like the last second. It was pure reactionary, and I thought it was going in. There was one, it was a cross. He cleared off the goal line. There was one. He like fully extended out for a free kick that Orlando had. That one was a beautiful save. Because I saw like the preseason clips of Ethan Horvath, and I was like, okay. I mean, he looks fine. This is our big European goalkeeper we're bringing over here, or English goalkeeper. I feel like, it should be a little bit better. I feel like kind of live up to your paycheck, buddy. But I mean, he did. He did last night, and that's seriously all I could ask for is that last night that he lived up to what we paid him, and he did. Preseason doesn't matter, Preseason's just preseason. Also, I'm wearing a throwback jersey right now for the Red Bulls. Anyone on the live lifting the trophy on TikTok will see that I switched out my shirt. It's like a dark blue Red Bulls jersey. I got no name on it. I didn't get a name on it, but I got this a while ago. It still has the old MLS patch on it, which is really cool. It's got an Adidas patch on it. It's real nice. I don't know what year it was made or where it's from. Does it say it on here? There's like a little line. Nope, it just says, oh my gosh, Red Bull New York. Whoa, hold on a second. This is crazy. So like, if you guys didn't know, the Red Bulls they changed their name to Red Bull New York, they changed their name to Red Bull New York. They were usually just New York Red Bulls. Everyone would say New York Red Bulls, but they officially changed their name to Red Bulls New York. Wow, what a big change. Who really cares? But on the jersey, it says Red Bulls New York. And this was made a long time ago. Unless I'm a time traveler. Put that out there. get some conspiracy theories going. No, I'm not a time traveler. But yeah, the Red Bulls really played well last night. I feel like they were very connected. They were finding each other well. They were connecting passes, and their finishing needs work. I won't lie, their finishing really was lackluster. We should have won 4-1. You know, we there was too many times where the ball was just laying in our laps and we couldn't finish it. And I mean, it just comes down to being aware of what's around you, being always ready and on your toes, you know. And they just weren't at some points. It's fine because we won. If we lost, I would be talking about this very differently. I would be very angry if we lost and those goals came back to haunt us. Like, we hit the woodwork 3 times last night, man. Oh my gosh, Forsberg hit it twice. Kid Cowell hit it once. It was crazy. Speaking of producing, though, Julian Hall, 2 goals last night. 2 goals. I mean, you can't ask for anything more from one of your young stars like that, you know? He was just, like, people will be like, oh, it was just a tap it. He was in the right place at the right time, and he was ready to finish, you know? You see a lot of times where people could tap it in, but they whiff, or it's behind them, or they didn't time their runs right. He was timing his runs right place, right time, right in front of the, oh, okay, it's a game again. Yankees just, was it 2-run home run, I think? Kennedy Corona homered to right field, bringing in Ernesto Martinez. Yeah, so it's 6-4 game now. Now it's a game. Now we got some pizzazz here. I actually might want to watch this game now. What's I talking about? Yeah, but Julian Hall is in the right place at the right time. And he's ready to go. You know, it's harder than it looks. You have so many moving parts around you. Like, listen, it's not like he's shooting it from outside the 18, banging it upper 90s. But the ball's in the net, isn't it? The ball's in the net. And it was because of him. You know, you had won the first goal. Amir Forsberg had a brilliant move where he kind of like chipped over a player. And then instead of, it was one-on-one with him and the goalie. Instead of shooting it, he took a step out wide towards the post and then crossed it into Julian Hall, who laid it in. That was the first goal of the game. The second one was Mehmeti. It was a cross and a shot deflected up into the air. He kind of tapped it down, right? Orlando got the ball, but he won it back from him, brought it down to the baseline, passed it up towards Julian Hall, who was hanging near like a little bit below the penalty spot, and just banged it home. I mean, it's footwork in close quarters. I love that the Red Bulls game, like, I love that soccer is back, 'cause I love talking about this. But like, it's footwork in close quarters. You know, it's keeping great ball control and knowing exactly where your teammates are at all time. Because you see it in hockey too. You have to know where your teammates are because it's such a fast-paced game. Soccer is a very fast-paced game. You know, it has its beats. It has a rhythm. It has life to it. You know, like, you could feel the rhythm of a soccer game, but it's fast-paced. You know, and you have to be able to get the ball and know what you're going to do next. And it's exactly what happened in both those goals. I'm really impressed with Mehmeti. I feel like Mehmeti had a good game. A lot of the youngsters had a great game. We brought up Dos Santos, who was on the 2 team. Literally, short-term contract, day of, yo, we need another defender. Bring him up. And he started him? I mean, all right. Yeah, Michael Bradley had a plan. It worked because we won. I don't think Dos Santos really was the best fit for the time and the position or the game. He did okay. You know, he got beat a few times. But, you know, he's put himself out there. He was hustling, which, I mean, he was hustling. He was trying. It was just he was a little bit out of his league, out of his skill cap, you know. Know your limits, bro. Know your limits. But, I don't know. I thought he did fine. I'm excited to see if this is maybe, you know, something for the future. Maybe this is a future player that we bring up. You know, it's kind of like his tryout maybe, which is a weird place to try out because he didn't even play with the team. No practices, nothing. Day of, yo, bro, you want to play? Yeah, sure, come on. And, like, the thing is, we are pretty thin in the back line. You know, we don't have many defenders, so I feel like that's why he was brought up. Like, okay, I'll read you the whole list. I spent way too much time writing down. I need to find an excuse to read off the list of players because I spent way too much time writing this down. I've talked about Raheem Edwards too. Okay, so, like, left forwards, we have Rubalcaba and Mohamed Sofo and Rojas. Those are good. 3 solid strikers, left strikers, whatever you want to call it, left fullback. Those are three good players. I feel confident in them. Striker, Chupo, Hall, Mitchell, and Roseboro. I don't know who Roseboro is, but again, four players I feel confident, or three players I feel confident on the pitch. I don't know who Roseboro is. I think he's new, but those are all those are players I feel confident that I can just send them out there and they'll do fine. Right fullback or right striker, whichever one you want to call it. Cade Cowell, Harper, Goma, and Musquera. Four players I feel confident with. All four of them, if they start, I'm like, yeah, okay. Obviously, I think Cade Cowell should start over all of them because he's clearly just the best. Him and Ruvalcaba are clearly just the best out of all of them. But you can make an argument interchanging Chupo and Julian Hall because Julian Hall started yesterday. Chupo came in later on, and he didn't. I mean, listen, he had moments, but he didn't really contribute to the game as much as Julian Hall did. Granted, he didn't have as much time, nearly, But the point being, I'm fine with Julian Hall. I feel like it is going to be clearly a game-to-game basis, how they want to play it, how they're going to attack the opposition. But I feel good with both. I feel great with both. Moving on to midfield, left mid, we have Forsberg and Benedetti. I'm good with that. That's fine to me. Center mid, Bregan, Mehmedi, and Jarvis. It was just all young kids. Besides Bregan, Bergen, he's kind of young, but he technically a veteran because he's been on the team for a season or two. So I guess you can call him a veteran, but he hasn't really got any minutes. I would call him young, playing wise, young. And then right mid, just Ronald Dunkor, who had a great game yesterday. Claps for Ron. He had a great game yesterday, and I was impressed by him. He really showed grit. He showed a lot of grit last night, and I was really happy with what I saw. Left back, we have Marshall Ruddy and Omar Valencia. Marshall Ruddy, great game last night. I got to give him props. He had a great game. I didn't think it was going to be that good because we've played Toronto before, and he's played against us, and he was never stand out. He never made an impact, really, at least in the games that we went against him. But he played great last night, and he was gritty. He was taking balls out. He was dominating the defense, or dominating the offense, I should say. Left back, we have Parker and Volodare. I'm fine with that. Maybe one more depth piece there, but Parker, I'm confident with. He didn't start last night, by the way. Last night it was Che, it was Marshall Ruddy, Dylan Nealis, and who was the last one? I'm gonna forget. Dos Santos, right? I like Tim Parker. I think that he didn't start just because how fast-paced Orlando's offense was expected to be. It didn't end up being that fast-paced. I'm not saying that Tim Parker can't hold up like he used to, but he's getting old, and he's slow. He's a big boy, He's strong. He's a strong guy, especially for soccer players. Bro's big, so it's a little bit slower. So I think that's why they sat him there. They're going to right center. Just Che. That's where we need depth. We need another center back here. God forbid he goes down. He played great last night. Again, Che, really, really good performance last night. But we need just another depth piece. We need another person who could take over in case he goes down, And then going to right back, Nealis, Yangar, and Yangar? What? Yangar's not a right back? I don't know why I put that there. Yangar is like a winger. What the heck? Okay, I must have misclicked there. Right back, Nealis and Mina. Mina got some minutes last night. Nealis played real good too. The defense really did play very solid. I was impressed. I was expecting it to really be a shootout on both teams. It really was just Redbulls kind of dominating, which I'm not complaining about whatsoever. And the goalkeepers, we have more than enough goalkeepers. Ethan Horvath, who played great last night. McCarthy, Bakuchi, Stokes, and Savesky. I think Stokes and Savesky are going to be on the 2 team, or at least Savesky is. McCarthy, dude, we smoked him last year, 7-0. He played for LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy was not good last year. They got scored on a lot. I don't feel confident with him in the net. at all. I don't want him to start. I want Ethan Horvath. He played amazing last night. Really, he kept us in the game. He came up clutch often. So yeah, we're good on goalkeepers. But we ended up buying out Raheem Edwards' contract and then waiving it immediately after. I love that. I was a Raheem Edwards hater. I hated Raheem Edwards. He was so inconsistent. And he stunk. He was not good on defense. Ever. Maybe once. Maybe twice. But not often. Not often enough to where I'm like, oh, I love Raheem Edwards. I'm a big supporter of our defenders. We had great defense for the past few seasons. Raheem Edwards was trying to change that. He was trying to be like, nah, guys, we should have a bad defense, actually. We're going to play bad today. That's what he came out thinking every single game. I'm going to mess up the Redbulls. I'm going to let them score. The other team. Not the Redbulls. The other team's going to score. He was pretty good on the offense, though. Like, he would join the attack pretty well, and that was pretty fine. But not on defense! Defense was bad. No bueno. I'm glad he's gone. We're making moves. We're making the right moves at this point. You know? But do you hate him, Connor? LOL. Yes, Mom. I do. Mom. My mom's in the live. She goes, but do you hate him, Connor? Yes. Raheem Edwards, no good. I don't want him in here anymore, and he's not here anymore. Not on defense. Yeah, not on defense. My friend Jose's in here too. But yeah, I'm glad he's gone because he's bad. He's bad. You can go stink in Toronto. Go. Be gone. Go to Toronto. Go stink some more. Go mess it up for him. Please. In our conference. So yeah, Raheem Edwards is gone. God bless this coaching staff for that, man. Because Michael Bradley, you would have been in for a ride if you had to deal with Raheem Edwards, bro. Oh my God. And Wiki Carmona's gone too. I hated Wiki Carmona too. Wiki Carmona was also horrible. I did not like him either. I'm glad he's gone. He's gone to Montreal. Go sink over there. Because what Raheem Edwards did in the defense, he was doing in the midfield. Here, please, dribble right through. I'm actually going to step out the way and let you go right through and just go get a free shot. Do whatever you want, actually. You know what? Let me take you out to dinner afterwards, too, just because I want to treat you right and show you how we do it over here in the Redbulls, where we just let people dribble through. No, we don't let people dribble through. But Wiki Carmona does. Did. Now he'll go do that at CF Montreal, who I also don't like. But yeah, Wiki Carmona was good. I'm not going to lie. Michael Bradley's coming in here. He doesn't realize how good he's got it. No Raheem Edwards and no Wiki Carmona. So yeah, he's got it pretty good right now. Granted, we got rid of like freaking everybody, dude. We dropped everyone off last season. This season. Speak English, Connor. Come on. We dropped like everyone off this season. But yeah. Michael Bradley's been doing pretty good. He's been consistent. It's been one game. Shut up. Michael Bradley's been playing pretty. Sorry, I was switching tabs on my Oh my God, what the heck? I just saw a notification from ESPN. Who will make Team USA in 2030? I don't know, and I don't care. Slow down. We just won a gold medal. Like, slow down. Someone's getting fired today, man, at ESPN. What is it, top of the ninth? Oh, Mets have someone on third right now. How many outs? 2 outs. Okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Okay. Yankees got to come. They got to make something happen in the bottom of the ninth here, man. Yankees got to. Thank you. Yankees got to. They got to make something happen here because I don't want to lose to the Mets. I know it's preseason. Yeah. Preseason games don't really count. They're not playing their starting players. It's not the point. It's the point that I just want to win so my friends that are Mets fans don't dog on me. Oh, they won. They beat you. Yeah, it's preseason, bro. I don't care. Scoreboard. Scoreboard. God. Where's your rings? Not on our fingers either because they haven't won in a little bit. Almost the whole Jack family got put. Yeah, dude. Someone in the live stream was like, almost the whole Jack Hughes, almost the entire Hughes family got gold. Not Luke Hughes. Luke Hughes is mid. He wasn't making the national team. Even if he wasn't injured, he wasn't making the national team. There's better defenders out there. You know, there's better people for the job. Hold on, let me refresh the page. Should we get through this inning or what? Come on, Yanks. Three strikes, 3 outs. Yeah, okay, cool. So they stranded a man on third. Bottom of the ninth. Here we go. Big stretch here. We gotta come up big. We gotta come up big. Speaking of the Yankees, though, I'll get into that after we have Ed Alstrom come in. He's gonna call in. He's the organist for the Yankees. We're gonna talk to him about that. After that, I'll talk to you guys about the Yankees, about the 20-3 win yesterday against the Detroit Tigers. But yeah, I'm gonna go on a quick break real quick. Your boy's gonna get a drink of water. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And we're back. I was had to get a quick drink of water there, and I couldn't have any dead air, so I played some random song. Coming up at the top of the hour, we're gonna have Ed Alstrom on the call, the organist for the New York Yankees, which is gonna be really cool. Stay tuned for that, you guys. If you want to interact with me live, lifting the trophy on TikTok. If you want to call in, 973-655-4256, 973-655-4256, 973-655-4256, 973-655-4256. All right, you guys got it. Yeah, you got it at this point. So yeah, Redbulls played good. I'm excited to see where this season goes, to be honest with you. I'm really excited to see how we progress and how we grow as a team, because it's only going to get better. Listen, I'm happy with what I saw last night. I'm happy with the level of commitment I saw from the players. I feel like every player fully just committed himself. Yep, this is the style we're playing. This is how we're going to do it. I'm just going to give it my all. And I feel like that's all you can really ask for as a fan's perspective is, listen, even if we don't win, as long as you're giving your all every single time you're on that field, that's all I could ask for. That's really all I could ask for. Because, there's nothing more disappointing when you're more invested in the players than the players. Sorry, I mumbled that. There's nothing more annoying than when you are more invested than the players are. It's hard to watch. Sometimes with the Devils, I feel that way, man. Sometimes with the Devils, I'll be watching them, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Can you please start trying? It gets to a point where put me on the ice. I can't even ice skate. I'll probably do better than you because I'm actually going to try. I'm actually going to put my all into it. Excuse me. Sorry. I forgot to hit call for that one. There's a button I could push that temporarily turns off my microphone. So whenever I burp, I do that. I couldn't reach it this time. My chair was too far over. So yeah, y'all got a little surprise, I guess. Let's see. What else am I going to talk about? Yeah. I'll talk about the depth. Listen, I'm really happy with what the front office has been doing, picking up all these players, bringing all these players, and doing their research too. Because these players have been doing good. These players have been working well together, and I feel granted, it's been one game. It's been one game, but I feel like there is so much potential on this team right now. By the way, Yankees have a runner on second in scoring position. Tying run is up to the plate right now. I can't see who's hitting right now. Oh wait, because I'm on some weird. I'm on Bing. Where's MLB.com? There we go. No, not the schedule. Oh wait, no, it's not gonna be on MLB. It's not gonna be up because preseason. Whatever. Stop talking, Connor. But yeah, I feel like they found a team that's gonna work well together. Right now, there's still some holes. There's definitely some gaps. There were some runs that didn't really connect fluidly in the second half yesterday. There were some passes that were weighted a little too much, or they passed a little before the run was really ready to go. And I feel that's just gonna come with time. It's gonna come with developing chemistry with your teammates and developing a good locker room and learning to think with each other. That makes sense. Yeah. Learning to think with each other. But overall, I'm happy with what I saw. I saw a team who's connected. I saw a team who's willing to fight till the end. I saw a team who's willing to push and shove players around. Yesterday, I feel was the Redbulls that I wanted to see last season. Yesterday was a fluid team. It was a team that was committed. It was a team that was giving their all into the game. It was a team that was connecting with each other and making passes and making those runs and not delaying and second guessing themselves. They were committing to it. I feel like that's the Red Bulls I wanted to see last year, but now that's what I'm seeing this year. And I like it. I'm excited for it. I feel like we have good players on this team. We have players who need to grow. But we have good players. Ruvalcaba, Cowell, Ethan Horvath was really good. Choupo-Moting was obviously amazing. Forsberg was great. Julian Hall showed up. And I'm excited to see where this team goes this season. And I feel like really the sky is the limit right now. There is a lot of potential on this team. And it's clear the coaching staff is ready. Front office is ready. De Guzman is ready. He's like, yup, I'm ready to go. I want to win as soon as possible. I want to win this season. Listen, I don't think we're going to win a cup this season. That's a very long shot. A very long shot. But I think the mentality is we're going to try our hardest. And we're going to go for the cup. Because what's stopping us? What's stopping them? I mean, age. It's a young team. Depth in the defense. But, like, those really aren't glaring issues. You know? They're issues that need to have a solution at some point. That's definitely true. But also, I gotta kind of play devil's advocate here. We gotta give the coach, we gotta give the front office some time here. They made a lot of moves. They've been doing a lot. Bringing players up, getting players from Europe, getting players from other teams, releasing a whole lot of players. We have to give them a little bit of time. We have to appreciate what they're doing right now. Like, as fans, we cannot keep asking. We have to give them, we have to have a point where, listen, we're grateful for what you're doing. We appreciate all this, and it is okay for right now. Right now, if they're not adding a bunch of new defenders, you know what I mean? If we're not adding more veteran presence, that's fine right now, because they've done enough. Right now, I gotta emphasize this. Right now, they've done enough, and I want to see more eventually. I want, in the future, there has to be more done. There has to be pieces added, because it's not a complete team yet. It's not a complete team yet, and that's any Red Bulls fan can admit that it's not a complete team yet. There are holes, there are issues with the team fundamentally wise. But right now, I feel like we're at a good place where we can grow. I think right now, we're in a position where we could say, okay, I see what's working for us. I also see what's not working for us. We're going to improve on this. We're going to find our weaknesses, and we're going to knock them out. And I'm excited to see where that goes. I'm excited to see how far that takes us, and I'm excited to see the rest of this season. Yeah. That's me on the Red Bulls. Overall, I'm really happy with the Red Bulls and the way they played last night. Yeah, 4 o'clock hour, having Ed Alstrom in. If you guys want to call in, 973-655-4256. We're live on TikTok, Lifting the Trophy. We'll be right back. Is Lifting the Trophy. If you guys want to call in, 973-655-4256. We're live on TikTok. Right now, I have on the phone Ed Alstrom, who is the organist at Yankee Stadium. Hello?
I am here.
How you doing, Ed?
I'm good. How are you, Connor?
Doing good. So, for everyone who doesn't know, Ed is the weekend organist at Yankee Stadium. Tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I've been playing music since I was 5 years old. I started out playing the organ. I went to a school called Westminster Choir College, which at the time was in Princeton, New Jersey, and I studied classical organ down there with the thought of being a church organist, and veered off into every other type of music imaginable, so I've done everything for decades and decades. And then in 2004, I wound up getting an audition for the Yankees position as organist, and got that job, and I've had it for 22 years. I'm starting my 23rd year next month.
Wow, good for you.
That's the short version.
Yeah. So when people are watching the Yankees game, is there you have to be very attentive because you're obviously on the organs and you kind of got to play music as soon as something happens. Is there like a go-to song that you'll kind of whip out if like a strikeout happens that you just kind of immediately turn to?
If a Yankee pitcher strikes somebody out, they play the PC Richards jingle, which is that whistle that goes doot 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 doot.
Yeah.
I'll play that if it's the third out. If it's the first
Mm.
or second out, the audio guys play it. See the way it goes on at Yankee Stadium anyway, and every place is different. At Yankee Stadium, there's guys that do audio, and they have a whole battery of pre-recorded audio things, and I work with them. So basically, they're my boss. So they cue me, they tell me when they want me to play. Quite often, they don't tell me what to play, but they'll just say, "Okay, you go." So I do know that one of the prefix spots I have is the third strike with 2 outs. So I'll
Then
always
you go
play
into
that
the
little
next
PC
inning. Yeah, that
Richard,
makes
and then
sense.
I go into a bumper that takes the people off the field for about 10 seconds long. And then the things I know I'm doing during a game are Happy Birthday in the 6th inning, which I play the Beatles version, and then Take Me Out to the Ball Game in the 7th, of course. Other than that, it's a game, so you kind of have to roll with the flow, and you never really know what's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. I really the happy birthday. That must be fun.
Yeah.
So moving on from that question there. You played in the old Yankee Stadium, you know, and then when they moved it to 2008, obviously the new stadium, you stayed with it. Can you just kind of tell us how the atmosphere is a little bit different in both those stadiums?
Yeah, they talk about the ghosts, and I think the old stadium was heavy with the ghost feel because, Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig and Joe DiMaggio and Yogi Berra and Whitey Ford and Mickey Mantle and Reggie Jackson, all these people played, if not in that very stadium, on that site. So, and there were, 20, 25 world championships won in that stadium with the Yankees. So, yeah, there was a lot of history in that place. The new place, I think, is starting to develop its own feel. It was a tough act to follow, but the new stadium is a very comfortable and I think lovely place to watch a ball game. And it's the same dimensions and the same basic color scheme and the same kind of feel visually of the old stadium, but it's going to take a long time before the ghosts reappear. So I think that's the difference.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's I I never thought about it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, I
wish
mean,
I got to go see the
obviously
old
there's a lot
stadium because
more
I've heard
modern
I've
amenities
heard
in the new
stories about
stadium,
the legends
places
in the
to eat
halls
and
and
things to
obviously all the
do.
big players went through there. I know my dad would talk about it's just not the same, you know.
No, it's not this, and it can't ever really be, unless they win another 25 championships there. By which time,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be around.
So okay, you obviously been with the team a whole bunch. Do you get to meet the players?
No,
No, you don't.
no,
Oh
that's
man,
not part of
that
the
would be
job.
cool.
No, I work at a different area of the stadium, and no, I'm not privy to meeting players.
Oh man, you should sneak down there one time or something. I don't know. Let's go say what's up to Aaron Judge for me.
Well, it would be nice, but I did have one player pop into the scoreboard booth at one point when I was working up there. That's only ever happened once. That a player actually came up there because they were curious to see what was going on in the scoreboard booth. It was a pitcher named Phil Koch, and it was probably like 2010 or 2011, somewhere in there.
That's a while
But
ago.
that's the only time.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If if I was like a player and I always hear some guy just going to town on the organs all the time, I would totally go up there and say what's up. You know?
Well, yeah, they're busy with pregame prep, so I understand.
Yeah. So you've been playing organs for a long time, and my grandpa, my babo, Ron Naspo, he's the one who put me in contact with you. He told me that you used to be a choir master at the local church there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been playing in churches since I was 16 years old, which is
Wow.
literally more than 50 years ago. So I've been playing in churches for 5 decades, um, and been the choir director at many of those places. So yeah, it's multiple lives for me. So I have a life as a church musician. I have a life as the Yankee organist. I have life as a working musician in other genres of music. I mean, yesterday I went down to South Jersey and played a 4-hour Southern rock gig with a band. We played all Allman Brothers and Marshall Tucker and Outlaws and stuff like that. So I have multiple lives as a musician, and I try to just go into each one and do what's supposed to be done.
Yeah, you're kind of like a music chameleon almost. I feel like you're kind of fitting in everywhere.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
That's awesome. I wish cause that takes a lot of skill to be able to play like an instrument so many different kinds of ways. I'm assuming you play multiple instruments.
Yeah, I play keyboards, guitar, bass, a little bit of drums.
Wow.
I sing, I compose, I arrange. I have, in fact, I kind of have an alternate life as a blues musician right now. So the last couple of years, I've released 2 albums, and they're out there on the blues charts and doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's good for you, man. That's really impressive. Oh my gosh, I didn't know all this.
Well,
I called
thanks.
my babo. I'm like, yo, is there anything I should know? He's like, yeah, I know. He's a nice guy, choir master. That's about it. And I was like, you didn't tell me that you
Well,
were a
he knows
superhuman.
me as that. Your grandpa has multiple lives too. I mean, because he's an amazing upright bass player who's played with some really big names.
Yeah.
And he's in his 80s and he's still doing it, and he still does it to death. He's really good. So yeah, if you're a musician, a lot of times you have to find multiple things to do, or you just want to find multiple things to do because you have passion about all different kinds of music and things about it.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Um, keeping on the topic of like being musician and whatnot. Um,
Mm.
fewer than half of MLB stadiums still have a live organist. Why do you think that remains such like a vital part of the Bronx experience when so many other teams have switched to something like a pre-recorded pop music?
Well, every team's different um, in the way they approach their stadium environment, and who makes those decisions. Um, I was told early on that by the people that hired me, it said a Yankee Stadium will always have organ. So I think they're just dead set on the concept of organ being a part of the in-game experience. Um, some teams have gotten away from that. I think there's a lot of teams that can't afford to have an organist or
Mm.
don't want to put that expense out for that. Not that we make a ton of money, but they want to, they're just as happy to do without it, and they use recordings and whatever. But there's certain teams, I think the bigger name teams will always have it there. The Red Sox and the Dodgers and the Cubs, I think we'll always have organ in the stadium. There are others that come and go, like the Detroit Tigers just like 2 years ago brought the organ back after not having it for 25 or 30 years. They just suddenly put it back in. So, it depends on the team, it depends on the environment, it depends on the budget, it depends on how they want to structure their in-game experience. But with Yankee Stadium, I think we all think it will always be there.
Yeah, I feel like it's just such an integral part of the Yankees because I feel like whenever I'm watching the game, because I haven't been to many games, sadly, I'm planning on going to more. But every time I'm watching a game, you always hear the organs. It's always a part, it's always a part of the environment and the feel of the game. You know.
Yeah, I think so, and I'm glad you think so, and a lot of people think so because we all grew up with it. I mean, I grew up in Jersey. When I was going to Yankee games when I was a kid and hearing my predecessor Eddie Layton, and I was going to Met games and hearing Jane Jarvis, who was another great organist. So I grew up with that. So that's always part of the experience for me.
Yeah, and you have like a 15-minute solo before every game, right?
Yeah, about 45 minutes before the game starts, I get a spot. It's usually about 15 minutes long, and I play whatever I want. I try to stick to recognizable stuff from the usually 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe 90s. I don't go into too much modern stuff because audio is playing a lot of that.
Mm.
So I don't need to do Taylor Swift and John Legend and stuff like that. Audio's covering that modern stuff, and they're covering all the rap. So I can go back into the previous decades and work off of that. So I do a lot of 60s, 70s, 80s. I'll sprinkle some jazz in here and there, but I'm left to my own devices on that pregame spot. I can play whatever I want. I always do open it with New York, New York, just because of history.
Yeah.
And from there I'll go and just do whatever strikes me. I'm usually thinking of stuff on the way in. While I'm driving in, I'm thinking of what I'm going to do in that pregame spot. Or sometimes I'll come up with something that day that I go, I'm going to play this tomorrow, and I'll write it down and do that. It doesn't get planned that far in advance, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like, listen, I get not wanting to play the modern part, but I feel like, I don't know, some kind of like a rap on an organ. Like, I don't know, you're playing like a Kendrick Lamar on the organs before a game. I feel like that would be pretty cool.
Well, what's funny is that, first of all, people think hip-hop and rap is not going to work on organ. A lot of it does. A lot of hip-hop and rap tunes have very pronounced and very catchy instrumental hooks that you can work off of. And then a lot of times with organ, I'll hear a song on the radio, go, I got to go try to play this. Will definitely work on organ. And you sit down and play it, and it doesn't work. And the inverse of that happens, too, where you hear a song, and you go, I like this song, but I don't know if it's going to work. And then you go to the organ and you play it, and it works great. Because the organ's a quirky thing like that. So you have to try stuff out.
Yeah, it makes it, you never know until you try, obviously, yeah. 'Cause I feel like, obviously those songs, it really sets the atmosphere. And you have a pretty big part, I feel like, in setting the atmosphere because everyone hears the music. Music affects people's moods all the time, how they feel. Do you kind of feel responsible for, I don't know, boosting the fans up? Say if the Yankees are down 3 or 4 runs, it's like the stretch of an 8th, 9th inning, and they kind of need, like the fans are down. Do you kind of feel like you bring them up a little bit?
Well, yeah, my job in game is to pump the crowd up. So I'm rarely just taking up space. I'm usually trying to pump the crowd up. I'm usually put into situations where that's my job. See, I'm taking cues from audio, so they're my directors. So those guys I'm pretty much alternating with during the game. So we play in the bottoms and the tops of innings now. As of last year, we're playing all the time. We're playing after every pitch. So that's a relatively new thing. So the job description changes quite frequently. When I started there, I wasn't playing much at all. And now I'm playing on pretty much every other pitch. So some of that is just taking up the space with something recognizable or something catchy, and some of it is clearly to motivate the crowd for a Yankee rally. So it's different all the time. You just got to roll with it.
Yeah, I feel like it probably has a lot to do with going off the feel of the crowd, feeling how they're reacting to the music earlier on too, right?
Yeah, well, you're trying to respond to the crowd. I'm not able to hear the crowd at this point because I'm indoors watching the game on a monitor.
Oh.
And I'm in a public seating area called Delta Suites, which is behind home plate. And you have to have tickets for that to get into it. But that's where they put the organ in about 2012. So I've been there watching the game on TV. So I can't hear the crowd. But I know what's going on.
Yeah. You're not a blind bat and they're just taking cues from some guy you're trusting them.
You got to concentrate all the time. You don't want to be missing cues.
Yeah. I feel like it would... no, because you have the screen there. Because I was going to say it would help if you could hear the crowd. But I feel like you can kind of gauge how the crowd is by the way the game is going.
Yeah, by the game situation kind of dictates what you need to do. So I'm trying to think ahead at what might happen. Is that if this happens, I'll play this. If this happens, I'll play that. And then when the moment happens, you just hear Alstrom, and then I got to start playing. You know, I got a headset on, and the audio guys are talking to me. So a lot of times they'll say, a batter will be able to say, Alstrom, you got next pitch. So I know what I'm going to do. Sometimes it's just we're flying by the seat of our pants. All of us.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, I kind of had a little off-topic question. So every batter obviously has a walk-up song. Do you think if a player came up to you and asked you to be their walk-up song, would you be allowed to do that?
As it stands, no. I mean, walk-up music has always been songs they select and the original versions of those songs. So they always have audio played, the versions of their walk-up song. I've never been called on to do that. Some of my colleagues at other stadiums do play walk-up songs. Again, it depends on the production and what they call on you to do. I mean, certainly if guys, asked me, I would certainly do whatever they wanted, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that'd be cool. That would go hard. Like, so you imagine Aaron Judge walking up and you hear behind him, dun, 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 brr, 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 or like something cool like that.
Well, I will tell you this. About 3 years ago, I walked in for a random game in like June or something, and I always go up to the audio booth and we talk things down before the game. The audio guy said to me, we got something new going on now. Aaron Judge wants just organ during his at-bats. And I'm like, okay. So he requested that. Not to me, but to my superiors. So they relayed it on to me. So ever since then, it's been all or mostly organ during Aaron Judge's at-bats. So as it developed, I said, well, I better go get some material I think is suitable to him. So I just wrote down a bunch of rap and hip-hop tunes, and I'll play those instrumental hooks. So there's some new stuff. There's some Kendrick Lamar and some Drake, and there's some old-school hip-hop, some 50 Cent and Dre and stuff like that. But that's usually what I do during his at-bats. And I'll sprinkle in some of the regular stock cheers and stuff, so we have some. I always try to mix it. I never like playing the same thing twice. So I'll always play different songs, different snippets. I don't circle back to anything except Let's Go Yankees. That's about the only thing I'll play multiple times during a game because it's the ultimate rally song and it gets the crowd going the best. Yeah. But other than that, I'm trying to play different stuff every time you hear the organ.
Okay, speaking of rally songs, okay, maybe, hear me out here, right? What if you create, your own Yankees rally song? And at first you play it, once or twice, but you keep playing it more and more, and someone's going to notice it, and it's going to be, you can make it into a huge thing.
Well, I don't know if I'd be given a license to do that. We'll see. We'll see. I generally try to just work within the framework and not rock the boat,
Yeah.
So I'll probably stick with what's going on and what's been working.
Yeah,
and I'll introduce new songs, but I don't know if I would try to create a new rally song. Although if I happen to stumble on something that people react to, they'll tell me, and then I'll keep doing it.
Okay, so it's kind of like live.
It's a job, so
if a song keeps working, you'll keep playing it back.
What was that?
If a song keeps working, the fans keep responding positively to it, you'll kind of keep running it back in specific situations.
Yeah, well, audio will tell me because I can't hear the crowd, so I don't know. Sometimes I'll do something and they'll go, "Yeah, Alstrom, that was great. Do that again." So yeah, I'll do it again.
That works. Yeah, right? It might as well. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So I got one more question for you. I'm not going to tell you where I heard this, but I have sources. It said that you play the organs in your socks. Is that true?
That is true because I'm playing bass pedals.
Huh.
Organs are supposed to have a keyboard on the floor underneath that you play with your feet, and they're called bass pedals, and you play the bass notes on those. If you're a real organist, you know that because it's always a part of the organ. Frequently in rock and roll and a lot of jazz, the pedals get lost, and guys will just play the bass notes on the keyboards and ignore the bass pedals. But I don't, and there's bass pedals on the organ I play at the stadium. They're easier to play in socks because, if you try to mix like rubber soles and glide along wooden pedals, they get stuck and it just gets clunky. So it's easier for me to play in pedals. For like classical music, I have actual tap shoes that are dedicated to organ playing, and they're leather soles and they slide. But I don't bother with that at the stadium. I just kick my shoes off and play. So I can glide around on the pedals easier in socks.
That makes sense. I mean, like, you got a pair of lucky socks, or?
I have a whole bunch of different Yankee socks I wear because now the camera guys started to like that. So when they come down and film me for the pregame spot, they'll do a shot on my feet playing the pedals. See, during that pregame spot, the first 90 seconds of it, when I'm playing New York, New York, I'll have a camera on me, and that goes up on the scoreboard.
Oh, wow.
So when the organ starts playing New York, New York, you'll see me on the scoreboard. You have to be there 45 minutes before the game to see it. But the organ's up there for about a minute and a half, and they'll invariably put the camera down on the pedals where I'm thrashing around down there with my feet, playing bass notes.
Yeah, playing the bass notes. Yeah, right. I mean, and like New York, New York. I feel like it's such the Yankee iconic song, you know.
Well, my predecessor Eddie Layton, who was there for 37 years, and he opened his pregame sets with that, and I'm just carrying that tradition forward.
Yeah, I know, because I know they play at the end of every game, or now every win. It used to be the end of every game, but now it's the end of every win they play it, right?
Yeah. If they win, they play it at the end of the game. They used to play wins and losses. They started a while back playing different material if they lost, as people are leaving.
Yeah, because I can only imagine losing to, I don't know, the
first one they used was "That's Life," which is actually a cool song to play at the end of a game. Since then, they've been sprinkling in other songs.
Yeah, I think New York, New York just represents the team so well. It's just such like a. I feel like it's been acquainted so much with the Yankees now too. I feel like it's so. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, no, it's become part of the fabric for sure.
100%. Well, Ed, I gotta thank you for your time and thank you for calling in. I really hope I get to hear you sometime on a weekend playing your organs at Yankee Stadium.
You let me know if you're out there, bro.
Will do.
Get a hold of me beforehand.
All right, have a great night.
Anybody wants to know anything else or get in touch with me, edalstrom.com. It's all right for me to say that?
Yeah.
That's not against the rules, right?
If you want to go and do it.
EDALSTROM.com. You can contact me on there or with the other things I do, or you can pick up my new album and whatever.
Oh, yeah. Check out the new album.
All right.
Well,
all right. Thanks for having me,
Have a great night, all right?
All right. Take care, man. Bye, everybody.
And that was Ed Alstrom. We're going to go to a quick break right now, you guys. If you guys want to call in for this last half an hour of the show, 973-655-4256, 973-655-4256. And we are live on TikTok at Lifting the Trophy. Oh, yeah, we are back. Oh, yeah, baby. 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This is Lifting the Trophy. All the way up in the air. It's lifted. With your host, Connor Aspo. No Older Ruiz today. He's sick. If you guys want to call in, 973-655-4256, 973-655-4256. And we're live on TikTok at Lifting the Trophy. If you guys just were in here too, we just had Ed Alstrom on the line. Amazing phone call there. Amazing interview I had there. If you guys want to support him, check him out, edalstrom.com, if you would like. I can't do the whole call to action thing. But yeah, if you guys want to call in, 973-655-4256, 973-655-4256. And we're live on TikTok, lifting the trophy. I forgot to do this earlier in the show, but yesterday it was my grandpa's birthday. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Poppy. That's what I call him. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, I had to do that. Sorry, I had to put you guys to that horrific singing right there. Yeah, happy birthday, Poppy. Love ya. So yeah, now we're moving on to the Yankees. We lost. Unfortunately, we lost. 6-4. Glad he liked it. He's in the live stream. He told me he likes it. Yeah, we lost 6-4 to the Mets. I mean, listen, you want to win them, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm not losing sleep over it or nothing. You know, it's a preseason baseball game. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? Like, I could really care less. But I'm gonna care about the game we had last night, where we beat the Detroit Tigers 20-3. Woo! Bats were heavy last night, man. I'm telling you, there was something in the water last night. We were swinging for the fences last night. We were hitting them last night, baby. It was amazing. I watched none of it, but I saw clips of it because I was, what was I doing yesterday? I forgot what I was doing. I was doing something yesterday. I think I had a school project, or I was writing the show script for this show, actually. So I wasn't able to lock in fully, but I did watch a good amount, see like a bunch of the clips from it. We played really good. Like, I mean, everyone played really good. Spencer Jones knocked one far. Actually, no, I did watch a little bit of the game. Spencer Jones, he just obliterated a ball way out of the stadium, over the wall, everything. I mean, they call him Mini Judge for a reason, and he proved it last night. It was 1 o'clock. He proved it yesterday. He smashed that ball far. And in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh. Mini Judge. Like, it's his build. It's kind of his stance, his swing. You just hear a, you hear a thwack. And like, it's a feeling in my gut that I got. I could tell this will be a future elite hitter for the Yankees. Obviously, no one's beating Judge. Those are some crazy standards to live up to, believe me. But I mean, no one's beating Judge. But I think he's gonna be an elite hitter. I really think he will. And I think we won yesterday by so much because Anthony Volpe wasn't playing. Notice how we won yesterday and he wasn't playing? Yeah. No coincidence there. There's not a coincidence. Anthony Volpe wasn't playing and we had the best game ever. Best game. Yesterday's games matter. Today's didn't. I don't care about today's. Yesterday's game mattered. Because we won 20-3. And Anthony Volpe wasn't playing. So obviously I'm going to be happy about that. Anthony Volpe just needs to be sent down to another team already, man. I hate him. I hate Anthony Volpe. And then is too. Oh, Brian Cashman. Honey. Because I know he's listening to me on my majorly listened to, widely broadcasted radio show and TikTok live stream right now. I know you're listening. Hear me out. Brian. Can I call you Brian? Brian. You can get a lot for Anthony Volpe. There's some people out there who will give a lot for Anthony Volpe. I'm going to look right at the camera when I tell you this. You can get a good player for Anthony Volpe. Someone who doesn't lead the team in errors. Someone who doesn't have the third most at-bats, but the bottom of the barrel hits. You can get a player who brings a passion to the team. Doesn't throw the ball a mile away from the first baseman. You can have a kid who doesn't have a baby face and looks like he just got punched 30 times in a row. You can have a player who fills out his jerseys. Nice, big, strong guy. For teeny, tiny, little, pesky, annoying, dumb Anthony Volpe. This could be your future, Brian Cashman. Make the Yankee fans happy. And get rid of Anthony Volpe! Please! I'm sick of it! He hasn't even done anything yet, and I'm mad at him. The season hasn't even started, and I'm mad at Anthony Volpe. Just because he's Anthony Volpe. God. You know, watch him be like an insanely good player this season proves me wrong. Please, no, prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. I would like nothing more than to be proven wrong that Anthony is a waste of money, space, and time. Please. I want him to be a Silver Slugger, Golden Glove. Please. Show me that you're worth something. You used to be good, bud. I've never heard of a kid being washed at like mid-20s. You're washed at mid-20s. That's embarrassing. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, man. Because, like, I know the Devils season is wrapping up, right? And once the Devils season wraps up, the next season, I guess here's the thing, right? Right now, the Devils control how my mood is on a day-to-day basis, right? After that, once we get eliminated from the playoffs, then it'll be the Knicks. The Knicks are going to determine how I'm feeling on a day-to-day basis. I have hope for that. I hope the Knicks won't let me down. I don't think they will, but they might. After the Knicks go, then it's the Redbulls and the Yankees. Because they're duality. They're duality, right? Because the thing is, you have to feel something every day. And the Redbulls only play on weekends. But the Yankees play dang near every day. Dang. Oh, my God. I could say damn on here, right? I can say damn. Can I say it on here? I'm looking at the paper. I can't say... okay, I was literally... Jesus. I was gonna start saying the words that I couldn't say by accident. What the heck? Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe I can't say that. Oops. Whatever. I can't even hit dump now too. It's too late. But what's it called? Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Oh yeah. So like, I have to feel something on a day-to-day basis. So the Yankees play almost every day. The Redbulls only play on Saturdays. Excuse me. I just burped. Just say darn. Yeah, I should have just said darn. Someone in my live stream just said that. By the way, if you want to interact live, lifting the trophy on TikTok, if you would like. If you want to call in, 973-655-4256. But yeah, so those are the teams that are going to dictate my mood on a day-to-day basis, which is not a healthy thing to do. I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware that, yeah, sports teams should not affect how I feel on a day-to-day basis and genuinely determine what my day is going to be like. But it does. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say, oh, yeah, no, if I don't know, if the Red Bulls have a horrific performance against NYCFC, I'm not going to be absolutely in the worst mood for about 4 days. Like, that's going to be a reality. Where I'll be mad at the world after that. Devils ruin my mood every day. That's right, Jay. The Devils do ruin our mood every day because we are not good right now. We're not good right now. It's not okay, man. I want the Devils to be amazing. I want the Devils, because, like, listen, there's a chance that the Devils can make the playoffs here. There's a chance. Slim chance. It's like 10%. But it's not 0. And I seem to be the only person who realizes that. I feel like all the Devils players can't put 2 and 2 together and be like, hey, you have a game you have to play. A hockey game. Crazy to think about. All right, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I wrote down that I should probably start talking about. Stop just rambling. Yeah, I did a lot. Okay, I did a lot of writing last night, and I just want to. But you are okay every day. Yes, Grandma. My grandma's in the chat. Yes, I'm kidding. I am okay every day, but like, my grandma. Yeah, I did a lot last night. I went through the whole box score and wrote down because a lot of people got hits last night. So I want to give them some props here. All right, batting here. Jason Dominguez, 2 runs, 1 hit. 2 runs, 1 hit. Lombard, 2 walks, 1 run. Judge, 2 hits, 2 homers. McDaniels, 2 runs, 1 walk. McMahon, 1 hit, 1 run. Arias, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 home run. Goldschmidt, 2 hits. Luciano, 1 run. Brown, 1 hit. Vivas, 1 hit. DeJong, 1 hit. Henry, 3 hits, 2 runs. Good for you. Jones, 1 hit, 1 home run. So that's the thing about Spencer Jones. Similar to Aaron Judge, he does strike out a lot. That was kind of his big thing coming up here, that everyone's like, yeah, he strikes out quite often, so they don't really, like, they're hesitant to bring him up, which I understand. I get that. Quezada, I don't know how to say that name. 1 hit, 2 runs. Schumann, one run. And Hardman, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 home run. And then Sanchez, a hit and a run. So, yeah, I mean, doing pretty good. We played good last night. Obviously the bats were swinging. People were connecting. We beat up on Gleyber Torres. Not complaining about that. An old Yankee there that we beat up on a little bit. That's what you get for not being a good Yankee. That was really weird. Why did I say that? Oh, right, the Olympics. Women won gold in the Olympics too. Overtime winner. If you guys have not checked out the overtime winner in the women's hockey game, you gotta see. Oh, it was nasty. She dragged it underneath the opponent's stick and this bear. Oh man, it was a nasty goal. Yeah, that was amazing. You gotta check that out. Also check out the goal today, Jack Hughes. I talked about it a little earlier on, where Jack Hughes better start producing. So the rest of the Devils, they better come back. They better start producing, because your boy wants to see some playoff hockey. Your boy wants to waste his money and make bad financial decisions and go see a playoff hockey game with my friends and post about it on TikTok. And then my mom's going to yell at me because I have no money and I owe her money for my car insurance. Yeah, sorry, Mom. Yeah, she knows. Double goal for the Olympics hockey team. Yeah, baby. Sorry, my chat was just saying that. Hold on. Wait. Let me run Freebird again. Hold on. Wait a second. Yo, hey, guys. I don't know if you know this, but Jack Hughes, he scored a game-winning goal, baby. Oh, it's peak. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Freebird, yeah. It's like a party remix too, cause I don't know. I came up with the soundbite literally 3 minutes before I went on air. I was struggling. I was like, I gotta get a Freebird clip, cause I planned it out. I was like, I gotta show Freebird I gotta play Freebird on air today when I mentioned Jack Hughes and his goal.
What?
Yeah. Freebird, yeah. Oh, I should add that to like my intro, like the intro for lifting the trophy. Oh, I should totally add that. That would be so cool. Lifting the trophy, baby. Freebird. Oh, like on top of like the dun 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 dun. That's the Redbulls goal song. Redbulls. I can't wait. I'm going to see the Redbulls on Saturday. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fun. Gonna have a blast. Hopefully the Revolution just lost last night. They're going against New England Revolution. They just got smoked by Nashville 3-0 last night. Granted, Nashville is a great team. I think they got good odds this year to win. I think. I'm not 100% sure because I don't know, like I keep up obviously with MLS because I have the show on here. I need to know what's going on around the league so I can give you guys accurate information. But I didn't look at the listings because I love the Rebels too, Grandma. Because like the thing is, those guys never know what they're talking about. Oh, the Rebels have no chance to win the MLS Cup this year. Oh, really? Do they? Watch me, bro. Watch me. With Michael Bradley, we're unstoppable. Until we win the cup. Until we lift the trophy. That was good. That was good. That was good.
Bruh.
or was that an air ball? I don't know. I don't think that was I thought that was pretty good. All right, we're moving on. Jazz Chisholm. So last night, Jazz Chisholm told the media that he wants an 8 to 10 year deal, $35 million per year, and he said he's willing to go wherever they will pay him. Bye. Bye. You don't want to be a Yankee? Don't be a Yankee. I'm willing to go wherever they're willing to pay me, or wherever the highest team is going to pay me. Yeah, I get that. I get that you want the most money, but putting on those pinstripes, it means something different than any other team. No other team in this league has there was no other team in this league where if you put their jersey on, you are wearing a legacy like the Yankees do. There is a selling point when picking up players of you're going to be a Yankee. So if you don't want to be a Yankee, if you want to go somewhere else just because they're paying you more money, go. At that point you don't represent the jersey. You don't represent the number on your back. Listen, I love Jazz Chisholm. I really do. I think he's a solid player. He brings great energy to the clubhouse. He's great on the base path. He's decent fielder, decent hitter. But honestly, man, if your mindset is I'm just gonna go wherever the highest bidder is, and you don't take into account you're a New York Yankee, go. I don't want you to hear them. Sorry. That's not my fault. You deal with yourself at this point. I want players on my team that want to be there just because of the loyalty to the team. Like, look at Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, he got a major contract when the Yankees were trying to re-sign him. He took less money to be a Yankee. That's what. And look, he's the captain. That's a Yankee. He came up and he's gonna go down a Yankee. And that's exactly the kind of players that are on this team that are gonna represent the pinstripes. If you're not willing to maybe throw away a $2 million or 1 year of a contract to represent the pinstripes, you don't deserve to wear them in the first place. That disgusts me. You don't deserve it in the first place. If you're not willing to take a little bit back, and say, you know what, I'm loyal to my team. This is my team. I want to stay here. Then I don't want it. Listen, we have situations like Saquon Barkley, who wanted to be a Giant, right? He wanted to be a Giant, but the Giants generally were not giving him enough. And I don't blame him for going to the Eagles, who gave him enough. That's on us. That's not on Saquon. He went to a team that genuinely gave him what he deserved. We were not giving him what he deserved, and I do not blame him. I don't hold it against him. I don't want him to succeed because obviously he's an Eagle, but as a person, I understand. Loyalty is gone in sports now? Yes. Loyalty is, for a major majority of the players, gone in sports. I mean, you see like Shohei Ohtani, who deferred a bunch of money so they can get other players. That's loyalty to the team. Hate the guy. But I respect that move that he did. I hate the player, not the person. I hate the player. Sorry, I shouldn't say hate the guy. I hate the player. I don't know. I Jeff Chisholm. I mean, listen. I'll end it with this. You have to remember where you are. You have to remember where you came from, and you got to think about where you're gonna go. You came from Miami, smaller team, not doing too hot, nowhere near the market you have. You come up to the Yankees, the most notable franchise in all of sports history, the biggest team in baseball, the biggest name in baseball, the brightest lights in baseball, the biggest opportunity to succeed and get your name underneath those lights. And you want to give that away for a few more $1 million, which you already have plenty of. You want to give all that away. The fans. You want to give away the support. You want to give away knowing you're playing in the greatest city on the planet, New York, the greatest sports city in the world. And you want to give that away because they won't sign a contract for you that is too much of what you're worth. Go. You don't represent the pinstripes at that point. Anyway, it is officially 5 o'clock. So I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. I want to thank Ed Alstrom for calling in. A great call there. Oh my gosh, I just burped. I'm sorry. Thank you to everyone on the live. Thank you to everyone listening. We'll be back next week. We'll be back. Odair should be back by then. I'll try and get a caller. I'll post on my social medias if I do end up getting a caller in there. You can keep up to date with that. Lifting the Trophy on all social medias: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, probably. All podcast platforms too. I put the show out on a podcast every week. If you guys would like to, you don't have to. If you would like to, if you would like to, if you would like to. I can't do calls to action, so if you would like to. Yeah, thank you guys all. Have a safe day. Please stay safe. It is snowing out really hard right now. Drive safe. Stay indoors. Hey, go Knicks tonight, baby.